the opposite, and nothing will come of it. Jared Hughes to start inning number 8. It's a turning point here. A solo home. And that's in there for a strike.
That thing's coming in there hot.
And the pitch. And there's ball 1.
Well, that's not a real favorable call for him right here. It's one thing when you're facing a lightweight hitter up there, but facing a...
The 1-1 home. The thing we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Now here it comes. And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. And this is going to find its way into right for a base hit. And the leadoff man's on to start the 8th.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat here. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. That wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoke.
Now a quick move here to step off and look the runner back. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Here's Justin Upton now. And he gets under this one and, in fact, breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
Motion will give you a good look at what this will do to the bat. Just explodes on impact.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as he'll go after the first. He'll 4-3 to end the threat. Time for a quick break, then back to PNC Park after this. Andrew McCutcheon will try it again. He homered back in the first inning of this one. And now K-Rod Francisco Rodriguez is up throwing in the bullpen. Here's the first offering. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Here comes a 1-2. He goes with the slider that time, and it's driven to deep right field. Oh, but it'll stay in the park as it hits high off the top of the scoreboard. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Oh, darn near had his second home run of the ball game. You see, this thing bangs off the wall out there. He's in the second with a double.
Starling Marte will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose.
Let him go!
And here's the first pitch. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
The 1-0. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1.
Let's get a hit, man.
Ready now on 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Oh, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
Come on, 2-1. Good swing there, but this is fouled off to the right side. Here comes a 2-2. Here's a shot to right field. That's falling for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Seemed like that lead was pretty comfortable coming into the inning, but he's given up a double and now a single here to the first two batters, so things aren't looking so safe anymore.
Now the Tiger skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Mark Lowe will come on now in an awfully tough spot as there are 2 on here with nobody out. John Jaso will stand in now, and what
The tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Whoa, avoid the news.
Here's the first pitch to him. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Here comes the 1-1. And they'll try to keep crowding him in, but this pitch misses as well. It's 2-1 now.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Here comes the 2-1. 2-1 pitch, a circle change taken for a called strike 2.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Here's the 2-2 home. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
And with where that pitch was, there's no doubt he was hoping to get a ground ball out of this, but I think he'll be more than happy to take the strikeout instead.
Number 27 will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as they cut the lead in half, 4-2 now.
And that's a good job in that situation. Love a base hit, but hey, bottom line, you've got to produce a run, and he did.
Francisco Cervelli will try again, 0 for 3 thus far. First pitch on the way. And he gets ahead 0-1. He's set, now the pitch. Chopper, foul. He's set, now the pitch. And a changeup that just about got away from him there as that ran in a bit too far. Now he'll step off quickly and look the runner back. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Now the 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Now the 2-2 pitch. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Around third is Marte heading home. And the runner will score from first.
Boy, he's just a strike away here from getting out of the inning with just one run scoring. But he leaves one in a good spot there. And with 2 outs, that runner from first is moving on contact, and he'll come all the way around to score on the double.
Steve Lombardozzi will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. Throw in time and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors and a runner left on. 9th inning coming up. It's the Tigers 4 and the Pirates 3. Sean Rodriguez is into the ball game as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here.
Number 3, Sean Rodriguez.
J.D. Martinez will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Martinez.
David Freese has come into the ball game now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Third base, number 7, David Freese.
Here's the first offering. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Here's the 1-1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Here's a swing, and of course, ground balls always find the new guy. This one's down to third. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Nick Castellanos will stand in to try it again, already with 1 home run of the ball game, and on cue, there it was, back in the 7th inning, a solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. Now the first pitch. In there, and it's 0-1. The pitch. Now a swing and another chance at third. Throw gets him 2 down. Cameron Maybin will stand in. He homered back in the second inning of this one. First pitch coming. And that misses, ball 1.
This is a spot where it helps to have a two-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
The 1-0 home. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Nothing for the Tigers in the ninth. Last chance coming up for the Buccos. They trail by a run. It's 4-3.
Your attention, please.
Coming in now in the ninth to try and finish this one out, the hard-throwing Francisco Rodriguez. Michael Morse will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And it looks like a right-hander's got enough to throw in the Tiger bullpen.
All right, Michael, here we go.
And that's by him. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller, the thought is that you've got to get out there and hit the ball before it sinks. So that means if you're a right-handed hitter, you got to jump out there and pull it. And that's exactly what he did.
Gregory Polanco will step in with the tying run on first, so he's got to concentrate and work on getting on base here. Now the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, he can forget it.
He waits, now the pitch. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? Kinsler for one. And that will send some folks to the exits, I'm sure. It's a double play, and they're down to their final out now.
You know, it's always nice to have a closer that comes into a game and just blows people away. But it's also good if that same guy can feature a sinker ball. He lets the previous guy get on base, but then this is a perfect pitch that gets beaten into the ground, and as a result, he's suddenly just an out away from picking up the save.
Josh Harrison stands in as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Bases are empty here with two men out. The next pitch. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. comes the 2-0. Swinging on 2-0, and this is on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and that's a good job to come right out here and set the tempo for this series as they finish off a good road victory here in Game 1.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim one-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top player of the game.
And I think, all things considered, this was really a team victory. But out of everybody, I agree, he made the biggest impact out there.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Tigers win it 4-3. So long from Pittsburgh.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Tigers. 4 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Pirates, 3 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. The winning pitcher is Jordan Zimmermann. The save to Francisco Rodriguez. The loss goes to Francisco Liriano. Time of the ball, 2 hours and 57 minutes. Our paid attendance at PNC Park this afternoon, 38,360. Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Hello there, baseball fans. Before Tuesday's action gets kicked off, let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting in the American League Central, the Tigers visited PNC Park to play the Pirates. The Tigers came away with the win, the final 4-3. The Royals matched up against the Minnesota Twins at Target Field. The Royals came away with the win, the final was 4-0. Edison Volquez twirled a dominating complete game shutout on the mound for the victory. The Nationals were in Boston to match up against the Bo Sox, and the game went to extras with the visiting Nationals coming away with the win. The score was 7-5. Bryce Harper showed off his power, blasting 2 home runs and picking up 3 RBIs in the process. The Rays matched up against the Blue Jays at the Rogers Center, and it was the Jays who came away victorious. The final was 2-0. Marcus Stroman gave the bullpen a day off, turning in a complete game effort in the win. The Yankees paid visit to Charm City to take on the O's, and it was the Yankees who came out on top. The final score was 7-6. Mark Teixeira showed off his power, blasting 2 home runs and picking up 3 RBIs in the process. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim did battle with the Rangers in North Texas, and it was the Rangers who came away victorious. The final was 5-4. The A's were in Houston to take on the Astros, and the A's were the winners. Final score was 4-2. Jesse Hahn was very much in control on the mound, earning the victory as he pitched 8 full while allowing only 1 unearned run. The Miami Marlins paid visit to the ATL to take on the Braves, and the Marlins came away with the win. The score was 5-1. The Phillies paid visit to the Mets at Citi Field in New York, and it was the Mets who came away victorious. The final 4-3. Michael Conforti turned in a nice performance offensively with 3 base hits. The Cincinnati Reds paid visit to Wrigley Field to take on the Cubbies, and it was the Cubs who came out on top, 6-1. John Lester earned the victory on the hill, tossing a complete game gem. The Brewers took on the Cardinals at Busch Stadium, and it was the Brewers who grabbed the win. The final was 5-4. The Seattle Mariners were in LA to take on the Dodgers, and it was the Dodgers who came out on top. The final was 3-0. Scott Kazmir was in total control on the mound as he tossed a complete game shutout. The D-backs took on the Padres in America's finest city, and the Diamondbacks came away with the win, 8-0. A.J. Pollock launched a pair of home runs and drove in 4 along the way. Shelby Miller earned a well-deserved win on the bump as he tossed a complete game shutout effort. The Rockies paid visit to AT&T Park to battle with the Giants, and it was the Rockies who came out on top. The final was 15-8. Nolan Arenado had an unforgettable day with 3 home runs and a total of 8 runs batted in. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.